Hi everyone, I'm your teacher this year, Ms. Jenkins. Today we're going to learn about lab safety rules and procedures and why they matter. Proper lab safety protects all of us. It protects you and your peers from injuries like burns, cuts, and toxic chemicals. It protects our equipment from breakage and misuse, and it protects me from having to see any of my students get hurt or stop enjoying the process of science. If proper lab safety protects all of us, then that means we are all responsible for upholding it, myself included. Now, let's see a few examples of acceptable versus unacceptable lab safety procedures. We'll start with some general rules. You're going to watch a quick skit. It will explain the difference between proper and improper behavior and procedure in the lab. Some things may seem obvious and some may surprise you. Let's get started. When coming to lab, always leave your drinks and snacks outside the front door or in your backpack pushed up against the front of the classroom. You're not allowed to bring any snacks or any drinks, not even your water bottle, to the lab tables. You're always going to work in partners or groups, never alone. You're never going to pour something into a beaker alone, and you're never going to use your hot plates alone and your Bunsen burners alone. Everything's going to be a team effort in this class. And last but not least, we're expecting responsible and respectful conduct in lab. That means talking with your classmates, leaving your station messy, ignoring group members is not accepted in lab procedures. You have to listen to the instructions, clean your stations up, and take group members into account. For this section, we're going to talk about proper lab attire and proper personal protective equipment. Proper attire for lab includes a normally fitting shirt, normally fitting pants, sneakers, no dangly jewelry on ears or wrists or neck, hair pulled back. For proper personal protective equipment, you are going to get your lab coat, at the start of every lab, as well as your lab goggles and your lab gloves. The gloves will depend on whether we're dealing with carrying hot substances and hot vessels or not, because in that case we'll use heat-resistant gloves. Improper lab attire includes things that are close to the skin, like leggings, and things that leave your skin exposed, like tank tops and crop tops, as well as flip-flops, sandals, Birks, Crocs, anything that leaves your skin vulnerable. For our final section, we're going to talk about heating substances. When heating substances, you are always going to don the proper personal protective equipment. When heating substances, you will always use tongs to transfer the vessel to and from the hot surface, whether it be a hot plate or whether it be a Bunsen burner. Another thing to keep in mind when working with heated vessels is to always place your heated vessel on top of a ceramic plate rather than straight onto the counter. The last few rules I have for you on heating substances is never pour flammable liquids over the fire, never heat flammable liquids, and never leave them open near your station. Keep a clean station, always keep an eye on your substance, and never allow it to boil out to dryness. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you all learned something from the video and from the lesson. Before we go, I'd like to share my personal philosophy for lab safety and the class in general. All of you deserve to discover your full potential in science and to experience the scientific process fully. That is only going to happen if we respect ourselves, each other, and the scientific process. Lab safety keeps us safe physically, but it also allows us to explore science to its fullest extent, because it allows us to go further in discovery and exploration than we ever could without those procedures. The protection these procedures gives us allows us freedom in science, and I'd like to see you all experiencing that freedom in this class.